Welcome to the Positive Sports Podcast. I'll be your host this evening, Ed Montana. Alongside me today, my clean-shaven brother.
That's right. Hey, that's
Hardly
right.
my brother Alex. Alex, how you doing?
I'm good. I don't know what you're talking about. I look pretty clean shaven.
You know, clean-shaven means no facial hair, right?
I don't see any facial hair. I mean, compared to you, I have none.
Well, yeah, comparatively, but that's always been the case. You've got that baby face, and I have that,
That's right.
man face. But you're certainly not clean shaven.
I'm clean shaven.
You're barely. You can barely cut. You've got a better shave on your head than you do on your face.
I'm clean shaven, man. Nobody says like you're clean clipped. Nobody ever says that. Therefore, I'm clean shaven.
So you just run clippers over your face?
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm shaved.
I run clippers over my face right before I'm going to go clean shaven so that I can run a razor over it.
Listen,
so that I can be clean shaven.
Hair falls off, therefore it's shaved hair.
Isn't that just a trim, not a shave?
Yeah, probably a trim, I would say.
Yeah,
because I mean,
clean trimmed.
I'm clean trimmed. Hey, man.
That I could almost buy.
Well,
as opposed to clean. To me, clean shaven is like to the skin.
Tomato.
Hair,
I mean,
hair sticking out.
Well, this is clean shaven to me. We both have different definitions for things.
You're crazy. You're crazy. Hey, before we get started, I gotta tell the fans of the Positive Sports Podcast.
Yes.
If you have sports problems, right? If you want to be more knowledgeable about sports, listen to the Positive Sports Podcast.
Agree.
If you play sports and you want to play better at whatever sport you are playing, like if you do tennis or cricket or checkers, watch the Positive Sports Podcast.
Agree.
If you are dreaming about sports and you want to make your dreams better, you want to sleep better at night and have better sports dreams, watch the Positive Sports Podcast. If you do sports movies, okay? If you like to watch The Replacements or Field of Dreams or Rocky and you want to make it a better experience, watch the Positive Sports Podcast. Catch us on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. Enhance your sports life by listening to the Positive Sports Podcast. That's all I gotta say.
Simple as that.
It's just simple.
Since you mentioned it, favorite sports movie? Quick. Whole time. Hurry. 3, 2, 1.
It's gotta be Rocky.
Rocky?
Yeah, I mean, it made me. I mean, I was a little kid when I saw the first one,
right? And
I cried when he lost because I thought he was gonna win, right? Even at a young age, I knew who the star of the movie was, and then when they made him lose, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, but which one specifically then?
The first one.
The first one.
I mean, the first one because it drew so much emotion out of it. There's a lot of good ones, right?
There's if I had to stick to a Rocky one, for me it was part 4. Because I mean, there's.
When he fights Drago?
Yeah, right?
That
because I mean,
steroid cheating motherfucker.
Yeah, he was definitely. Well, he took the needle.
Yeah, we saw the needle.
We saw it.
We saw, and they look. The part of the body that they put it in had no hair, and it was kind of rounded and smooth, right? But because it was like you could see air above it, you assumed it was his shoulder. I think they just took the shot from it was his ass and they just turned it.
Possibly.
Because back then they couldn't show, booty that. Right. They could not show buttocks.
Booty.
They could not show buttocks on the TV like that.
Gluteus.
That's right. But I think he took that straight in the beehole.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him take it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Absolutely. You almost have to break sports movies down into categories, right? Like comedies and not comedies, right? And also you could go by sport. Because that's my like the boxing movies are right? Boxing movies. But I mean, think about if you went football. Any given Sunday?
For me, the first one that sticks out is The Program. which also has steroids with Omar Epps, right? Omar Epps trying to make the team. I mean,
so basically, you're a roid freak.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I'm all for the roids.
I really like Any Given Sunday.
That's a good
when
one.
Al Pacino gives that speech in the locker room.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me want to go run.
Right.
Right? Like, yeah. So you got football, hockey. It would have to be Slapshot.
I would have said the Mighty Ducks.
Oh, that's a good movie. That's a good movie too. I actually like the Mighty Ducks movie, but no, Slapshot is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Okay.
Baseball.
Ooh.
Major League.
Yeah, those are good.
Field of Dreams.
Oh, The Sandlot.
The Sandlot is okay.
I think for me, it's The Sandlot.
For me, I think it's Major League.
Major League.
Yeah. Tennis.
I don't know. They got a tennis one?
No, they don't.
I'm like,
I mean, I figured we're throwing sports out there. Let's see.
we might have to research. There might be a tennis movie out there.
Soccer, Bend It Like Beckham.
Is that a movie?
Isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it is.
Well,
the one with Will Ferrell, where he's the dad coaching his daughter's team.
Ladybugs.
Is that
it? Don't laugh at us for watching Ladybugs. That's a very good soccer movie.
Yeah,
probably the best one because it might be the only one.
It's the only one I can think of.
Basketball.
Basketball for me would be the documentary. The one with the two guys from Chicago. AG
Benjamin.
One of them was Arthur AG, and I can't remember the other guy. Hoop Dreams. That documentary is fantastic. Man. I mean, it takes you through their entire high school career, and not in their entire high school. I think it picks them up like as sophomores in high school, and going off to college. And one of them, has a bad knee injury, and that is a fantastic documentary. I mean, I think it actually won awards and shit. So it's really good. I really enjoyed that.
That's
Space Jam.
Space Jam, classic.
I mean,
classic. I like personally. He Got Game.
That's a good one. That is a very good one as well.
Ray Allen, Denzel, and Denzel's pretty good, I think.
Yeah, that's true. So
that's pretty much it. Golf? There's no golf movies.
No, but I bet you Tiger Woods could do
one. I bet there will be one.
Someone, I mean, yeah, they can do a fantastic movie on that guy. Because think about it. Child prodigy.
All right.
Crazy dad.
Yeah.
And then...
Crazy wife.
And then his meteoric rise. I don't think his wife was crazy. The first one?
No, I know.
She wasn't crazy, bro. He was
crazy.
I
know.
Or he drove her crazy.
Hey, I got Tiger Woods. I got your back, bro. She was crazy. You weren't crazy. She was crazy.
She's like, you like golf? And she's swinging golf clubs at him. And now this one, which, we don't know the full story. Yeah. Apparently, it's a rather benign story, right? Something right. He just had an accident. And he wasn't high or anything like that. But... you wonder.
Well, I don't know how many people could do it, but I'm nominating Chris Rock to play Tiger Woods. Just because
that's good.
Just because Chris Rock came out with a music video one time called Tiger Woods, and the hook was like Tiger Woods, y'all.
So, that would be good. Yeah, I think if they make a movie or a documentary about Tiger Woods, that'll be the number one golf thing ever, right? Like, because I can't think. Oh wait, no, Caddyshack.
Oh, okay.
Caddyshack. Yeah. Look, you're gonna have to go pretty far in the Tiger Woods documentary to beat Caddyshack. Caddyshack is awesome.
Yeah, isn't there 1 and 2?
Yeah, I think there's more than one, but I mean, one is an absolute classic.
Yeah,
bro. Our friend, I don't know if this happens to you, but I have friends that watch this show. And when we do stuff like this, we talk about best whatever, and if I miss one, oh my god, I start getting text messages and emails, and people are like, my friends are like, you're an idiot.
Well, I think you definitely saved yourself with that one because
I was specifically thinking about two friends that would have immediately texted me and gone, you're a fucking moron. How could you forget about Caddyshack? But yeah, Caddyshack is. Yeah, golf. Rugby would be the movie about Nelson Mandela, right?
I don't know.
I I think it's called The Eagles or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that one's really good.
Rugby.
It's a documentary about Nelson Mandela, but it ties in the South African rugby team, which is really good.
Hockey.
We did hockey, Slapshot.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Miracle on Ice too.
Right.
That's obviously based on a true story.
If you're American, you gotta watch that, right? Like,
I mean, I don't know about you, but I've seen that replay of the last few minutes of the semifinal game. People forget that was the semifinal game against Russia.
It was not the final.
And Al Michaels just had, that is to me the most perfect call. Talk about just blurting something out in the moment and having it be perfect when he goes 5, 4, do you believe in miracles? 2, 1. And that is, even as I say it, I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
It is fantastic. I remember my dad actually let me stay up and watch that game.
That's I mean, in sports history, or at least American sports, I mean, that's got to be like one of the most iconic moments.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and just
absolutely.
I mean, top 3, top 5. I mean, it's got to be up there, right? Like it's
on the Mount Rushmore of American sports moments, right?
Yeah.
When you talk about Mount Rushmore, right? The 4 greatest moments in sports. To me, that's got to be one.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
I mean,
Rocky beating the Russians, another one.
Yeah,
even though
he was getting all shooted up in the buttocks.
Yeah, well,
he cheated. Man, we didn't talk about that at all before the show, and we just rattled off movies by sports, and
we're good like that, man. We freestyle off the top of the head, and we just
again,
do it, like
it's again. If you want to improve your sports life, however you choose to partake of that sports life, watching sports, playing sports, dreaming about sports, living sports, you got to watch the Positive Sports Podcast.
That's it.
That's all there is to it, man.
I got 5. I got
5 on it.
That's a classic. If we want to go to music, that's definitely up there too, right? I mean, your singing skills. God. You sung it. Well, they kind of sing it. The hook.
Yeah, I sung that.
You sung it.
Is that a PSP first?
Yes, because usually I do the singing.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm very.
But that was pretty good.
Well,
that was shower quality singing.
Yes, with no water drowning it out.
I got some money. I got some money on Zach LaVine to win the 3-point contest. I had a bet on it.
You're a degenerate.
I am.
You're a degenerate. If you bet on the All-Star game or the All-Star game activity, it's not even the All-Star game. It's what do they call it? It's, All-Star Saturday, but they're doing it all on Sunday because of COVID. Yeah, you're a degenerate, bro.
I don't care. I mean, I got the potential to win some money.
Yeah, you're a degenerate.
I'll be a richer degenerate if I win. If he wins. If he wins, I win.
When you say you got 5 on it, I'm guessing you're talking about $5.
Bro, it was plus 500 odds.
So you're going to win $25?
That's 20 more than I had.
So you're not going to be rich.
I consider that's rich to me.
You're going to be richer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'll be more rich.
But you're not going to be rich.
I mean,
money's money. You can't really say more rich because that implies you're already rich.
Right, I'm already rich. That would make me more rich.
But you're not.
To me, I am. That's all personal opinion.
Is there a threshold? Is there a threshold where you are officially rich? Right, like Bill Gates got 50 billion, right? Obviously rich, right? Me, I got 32 cents in my savings account. Obviously not rich. At what dollar point do you say, yeah, he's rich?
There is no dollar point. You can consider yourself rich, and you have every right to.
I am rich in other ways.
In love.
Yeah.
I am rich in health.
Kind of.
That's what I'm saying. It's all.
Kind of not.
What do you mean?
Well, I got aches and pains, and I'm not as fast as I used to be.
Okay, that's fair.
Not to mention they got that fucking what's it called? That fucking COVID thing out there.
Yeah.
I'm not immune to it. I don't have a vaccine. I don't have antibodies. I give blood, and when you give blood, they test for antibodies.
Right.
And I'm always sitting there, just my fingers crossed, hoping I have the antibodies, because then I'd be like, yeah, never missed a beat.
Right.
That's right. This body just keeps on ticking. I listened to, speaking of COVID and antibodies, I listened to a podcast about a week ago with Dustin Poirier. You know who Dustin Poirier is?
UFC?
UFC fighter. He fought Conor McGregor like a month ago. So he got tested a month ago, right? He was negative for COVID and did not have antibodies. A month later, he got tested again before he did the Joe Rogan podcast.
Okay.
And he had the antibody. And he said that in that month, he never felt bad. He never,
did he do something? I wonder if he did something different during that period.
Well, he obviously had it, and his body fought it off. Isn't that something? And the scary thing is, if he had gotten it during training, it probably would have been bad, because in training, he's breaking his body down every day. So
Let me ask
his
you
immune
something.
system isn't as good.
Do you believe him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Why wouldn't you believe him?
Oh, I'm just asking. Do you believe him?
Yeah, I believe him. Just because obviously he did not have COVID when he fought McGregor. Right.
Because
it just didn't seem like something that he would lie.
Where did he announce that on?
He was on the Joe Rogan podcast,
and he said that.
Yeah,
okay.
Because Joe Rogan tests all of his
like
he does the rapid test for all of his guests.
Okay,
and he gets tested like every couple of days.
Joe Rogan does.
Yeah, because whenever he has people come into the studio, he gets tested as well, because he doesn't want to give it to them.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I hope happens to me. Like, I hope I get it and never even notice, and then I'll be like, yeah, I had it.
I had it.
Just like,
wasn't shit. I beat it up.
Yeah,
I gave it a knee to the face.
I know that there's no scientific evidence behind this, because there's only 2 people that do the Positive Sports Podcast, but I'm convinced that as a host of the Positive Sports Podcast, with all of the good that the Positive Sports Podcast does for your sports life, that if I keep running and training, I'm gonna get COVID, but it's just not gonna happen.
That's it.
It's just gonna bounce off of me. I'm gonna have a force field around me. Maybe that's why I haven't gotten it.
Maybe you got one and we don't even know it.
Because I got this force field around me.
Think you need to start pumping some iron if you're gonna do little,
Yeah. Look, you don't know. You don't know what's underneath this shirt.
But your hair.
Well, yeah, but you don't know.
As black and white like your beard.
You don't know how much musculature there is under here. You don't know how swole I am under here, because I wear dark colors, so you can't tell, bro. Because I don't like to brag like that.
There's muscles there.
Yeah, exactly.
You
already know.
They just hibernate 24/7.
They come out.
Everybody has muscles.
Yeah, no, but you don't know how swole I am. You don't know how many levels of thickness I got.
There's levels to that shit.
There's levels, yeah. And I may be a white belt, but I'm a white belt when it comes to muscles. Upper body, my legs are fucking swole.
Yeah, your legs. Yeah, look, I'm not here to judge other men, but I'll judge my brother. Your legs are fucking looking like Saquon Barkley.
That's right, bro.
For real.
Yeah,
pretty impressive.
I'm like a blue belt when it comes to muscular legs, and then my upper body, I'm like a white belt that's about to get promoted to a yellow belt.
That's pretty good though. You know that in karate and taekwondo they go from white to yellow. I didn't think you knew that,
bro. See, now,
that's a good guess.
If we're gonna keep giving out belts, when it comes to brains, especially sports brains, because I take so much Positive Sports Podcast, I'm probably like a black belt with some Chinese writing and some stripes.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like high dollar black belt.
High dollar. Better than being like a family dollar black belt.
That's right. That's But that's because my sports knowledge is swole. It's just
swole.
It's swole, kind of like my upper body, but not really.
You know who might be swole? The guy that got kneed last night in the UFC.
Aljamain Sterling. You talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about the guy that got fucking kneed. And if that's his name, I feel
That guy
bad.
I don't know if you saw the interview afterwards, but I was at the bar, so I didn't hear it, but I could see him. He had a knot on his head from that knee.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised either. But usually you don't get a knot from a knee.
Did he have his eye in his socket, or was that hanging off?
No, he got hit like right in the temple.
Oh,
I mean, that was just nasty.
Yeah, I didn't watch the fight. I just seen that quick 13-second clip. If it
of
was
the illegal knee,
it was even that. But yeah, it was
crazy. I don't know who said this. I think Joe Rogan did on the broadcast, or I read it somewhere this morning. He actually asked his corner if he should hit him, and his corner said, hit him. I don't think they meant a knee to the face.
Maybe he's got bad hearing.
He's Russian. I wonder if his corner is...
spoke to him in English?
In English, and he got fucked up there. You know? Like, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, that's a bad mental fart brain fart, whatever.
I mean, that's mental diarrhea right there, bro.
That's bad.
I mean, that's beyond a fart.
I mean, you could have fucking killed the guy.
I mean,
you could have.
I mean,
if you hit him right, you could have killed him.
Yeah, but that's true of most.
And then fucking, the Russian from Rocky would have came out and he was like, if he dies, he dies.
Maybe that's why he kneed him. He was like,
he must break him.
I must break him. Yeah, exactly. This motherfucker not going down. I'm gonna break him.
Here's what I'm kind of pissed off at. And I didn't even watch the fight, but just from reading some of the comments on Twitter. If you think, what's the guy's name? Sterling? Mm-hmm. Benjamin Sterling?
Aljamain
Sterling. Poor fucking guy, man. I mean, listen, to everybody.
If Jonathan Sterling. I'm sorry, go ahead.
If Rob Sterling.
If Victor Sterling. Anyway, go ahead. If Aljamain Sterling.
Aljamain. Now, is that one name or two names?
No,
Aljamain.
No, it's Aljamain. It's all
Aljamain.
one.
Okay, yeah. It's got a flow.
There's only one capital letter, so I'm assuming it's just one name.
So if for those saying that Aljamain Sterling was faking it and that he deserved an Oscar and all that, look, I wish those people would just shut up, because I mean, I didn't watch the whole fight. Like I said, I watched that 13-second clip or whatever it was, and the last thing that crossed my mind was that guy's faking it. I mean, I'm not sure what people were watching, and I just think it's kind of fucked up, because I don't think that guy was faking at all. So
there's two kinds of people that say that. There's Peter Yan fans that say that. Actually, there's three kinds of people. There's Peter Yan fans that say that. There's Aljamain Sterling haters that say that. And there's people that have never been in a fight before that say that. Yeah. Because if you have ever been punched in the face and gotten just get your bell rung. I'm not talking about getting knocked out cold. Just get your bell rung. There's no faking that. I mean, there was no faking that. It's unfortunate because, the title changes hands, right? Because Jan got disqualified. But what's really disappointing, and part of what builds this fucked up narrative, is in a normal fight, when you're watching a normal UFC fight, and a guy gets knocked out. Let's say it's a one-shot knockout, right? The guy goes down. The other guy runs off and starts celebrating. What do the cameras do? They follow the guy celebrating. Right? Then they show you a replay of the punch.
Right.
They don't show you what happens in the 5 minutes after that guy got knocked out. I've been to a fight. I know what happens. This is what happens. As soon as the fight's called off, medical staff jump into the cage.
Right.
His corner jumps into the cage. They get a stool. They sit him down. They put ice on his neck. They shake his arms out. They do stuff to try to get him kind of revived so that they can walk him out of the cage and then go to medical in the back, possibly into an ambulance to the hospital to get CT scans and stuff.
Right.
That's what happens in the 5 minutes after you see a normal knockout. Last night, because it happened during the flow of a fight because of an illegal knee, we didn't see Peter Yan because obviously he wasn't celebrating. We focused on Sterling. And so Sterling had no stool to sit down on. Mm-hmm. He had no doctor come in and analyze him immediately. He didn't have his corner helping him to sit down, to put ice on him, to help him come to. So all we saw for 5 minutes was a guy that was knocked the fuck out.
Right.
So all the people that are seeing that are Peter Yan fans, he's faking. Aljamain Sterling haters, he's faking. People that have never been knocked silly, he's faking because they don't know. They don't know. And unfortunately, in today's environment, and I'm going to sound like an old man here, where everyone's got Twitter and Instagram and all this other stuff, you got people running their mouths being keyboard warriors. Listen, 90% of the people that say he was faking have never been in a fight in their life, and a greater number than that even would never say that to Aljamain's face.
Right.
Because they know Aljamain would tie him up into a fucking knot. So it's unfortunate that it happened. Look, I don't think... Obviously, Peter Yan did it on purpose, but I don't think he's a bad dude. I don't think he's a cheater. I think he just lost his concentration for a second and did something really stupid, right? No different than the right fielder who loses his concentration for a split second and drops a fly ball, right? Both are professionals. Both make mistakes. Some are bigger than others, but to me, that's what happened. And it is really unfortunate for Aljamain that he's gonna, people are gonna bring this up a lot. And the guy, look, it was a close fight. Was he winning? I don't know. At that point, I had it 2-2. I thought at that point in the fight, I had it 2-2, and I think Peter Yan was gonna win the 5th round because I thought Aljamain Sterling was running out of gas. But that's why they fight the fight, right? They don't just stop at the end of the 4th round and go, well, this guy looks like he's in better shape than this guy, so we're just going to award him the 5th round, right? They actually fight the 5th round. So who knows what would have happened.
Now that I think about it, why did Yan even ask the corner should he hit him? Number one, either you can hit him, and how, right? Because you can punch him, but you can't knee him.
Right.
Why? I mean, why would you ask your corner if you could? I mean, that part I don't get.
My guess is that he wasn't sure if his knee was down, and so
he's right in front of him, Ed.
Look, I'm speculating here because obviously I don't know Peter Yan. But if I did, I would tell him that if he watched the Positive Sports podcast, he would make better decisions in fights. But that's a different story altogether. That's neither here nor there. I think he couldn't get a good look at whether his knee was down. Because, obviously Sterling's upper body, his legs are underneath him. So his upper body is kind of blocking his view. He'd have to kind of lean over and look, which I don't know why he didn't just do that. But whatever. The other thing, the referee, they went back. The referee says he's down. He's down. Twice. Letting Yan know he's a grounded opponent. Right. You cannot kick him. You cannot kick or knee him. You can punch him, but you cannot knee or kick him.
So now... It's
a complete brain fart.
Now I don't know if it is... Now I don't know if it is a brain fart.
Now you think he's dirty? Or it's just really stupid?
I felt like he saw the opportunity to do something and he did it. So yes, I think it's stupid because you got the ref right there talking to you and telling you that he's down. So why? So if you ask the corner the question after the ref told you that, that's dumb as well. That's stupid. Why? That's all you need to know right there if you're a fighter, right?
Yeah. Who cares what your corner says at that point?
Yeah.
The referee just told you not to.
Right. So now. Yeah, look, I'm glad Sterling's okay, but how many fights does this guy have, Yan?
30?
He's a professional.
25?
He's a professional with 30 fights. Yeah, I think by now you should know the rules. I don't think it makes him a bad guy. I don't know him. I don't watch enough UFC. I don't watch enough of him. I don't know, but you got to know the rules, especially in a sport like this where you're playing with people's lives.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
It's inexcusable. And look,
because I tell you what, I've said it before on this podcast. I told the story where I got hit with a bat like right here on the side of my head, and that shit hurt. And I all I saw was green. I saw the green screen came on, and then I mean that shit hurt. So I'm glad you think it's funny. Jesus,
I'm not laughing at your pain, bro. I'm not laughing at your pain. I'm laughing at the green screen comment.
Oh, okay. But so yeah, I mean, I can't imagine of taking a fucking knee like that. I mean,
it was a hell of a shot. And I mean, he got him square.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like, regardless of the referee, regardless of the corner, right? He had his hands on the back of his neck for a good 3 seconds, 4 seconds. He had time. And if he didn't do it immediately, I mean, well, part of it too is he didn't want to go to the ground. So maybe that's why he didn't knee him immediately because, he knows that on the ground, Sterling is a problem, right? Sterling could choke him out quick. I don't know, man. It's rough. But look, Peter Yan cost himself a bunch of money, cost himself the belt. And for those people that are saying Sterling was an actor and shut the fuck up. This ain't soccer, bro. I mean, this was legit. It was a legit shot. I mean, It was something else, man. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. It was such a good fight too. I mean, that fight was banging for 3.5 rounds. And I was excited to see the finish, see how it was going to end up. And unfortunately got robbed of a finish, of a round and a half or whatever of that fight. But
well, at least Sterling's okay, right? Is he out of the hospital or whatever?
Yeah, I mean,
he's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he lost a few brain cells, but look, that's the fight business.
Yeah.
If he wouldn't have lost some brain cells there, he'd have lost some brain cells over the course of the next round and a half. I mean, I don't think it's. I mean, I hate to be flippant with another man's brain cells, but at the end of the day, let's face it.
Well.
So it's All-Star Sunday. Are they doing the whole thing today?
The whole shebang today.
Damn.
That's pretty.
So they got the 3-point. They got the skills competition, the 3-point shooting contest, and the slam dunk. Are they still having a slam dunk contest?
They're having a slam dunk contest. Yes.
I want to see someone like write COVID on a basketball and slam dunk that.
Oh man, I think Zach LaVine's gonna get fucking eliminated. Damn it.
Okay.
Here go my $5 fucking.
Does that make you poorer now?
No, because I'm still rich.
But you're less rich now.
Yeah, but I'm still rich. Even though I'm less rich than I was before, I'm still rich.
I still want to know how you define yourself as rich.
Everyone has their own meaning. Happiness. Everyone has their own meaning of being happy. It's part of life, man.
If I had to quantify whether I was rich in terms of happiness, I think I'd be like middle class.
You know how I...
Because sometimes I'm happy, but sometimes I'm not.
You know how I know I'm rich?
How?
In honor of our guest a while back, Juan the Kraken Adams, you drink like this with your pinky up.
That makes you happy? Because if that's the case...
That makes me rich.
If that's the case, I'm never happy because I don't ever drink with my pinky up.
That makes me rich. Pinkies up, bitches.
Okay. Your definition is as good as anyone else's. That's the good thing about those nebulous concepts like happiness and rich, right? You can make your own definition.
That's it.
Zach LaVine's out.
Zach LaVine's out?
$5.
Fuck.
Gandhi.
Shit.
Well, easy come, easy go.
I think I'm going to live bet it now.
You're still rich.
That's right. I'm such a degenerate. I'm going to live bet the 3-point contest.
Dude, there's something seriously wrong with you.
I'm going to live bet the...
Slam dunk contest?
No, the...
Basketball game?
Yeah, the basketball game.
I feel like the... this is going to sound stupid to most people, but I don't care. Because I'm rich in smarts.
There we go. And happy.
I feel like the All-Star game is a good game to bet the underdog live over and over again. Because there's so many swings back and forth, right? Like, so let's say right now it's Team Durant versus Team LeBron, right? Let's say Team LeBron is favored. So let's say they're plus 120. Let's say Team Durant is plus 120.
Right.
You put $1, because I'm not rich.
Right.
You put $1 on Team Durant. Team Durant jumps out to a lead, and now Team LeBron is the underdog, and now they're at plus 120. You put $1 on them. And you could quit right there.
Yeah.
20 cents in your pocket. Or
it's a good strategy, man.
Or you can put $2 on Team LeBron, and then when the game swings back the other way,
put $3.
Put another $1 on Team Durant, right? All at plus 120.
Right.
I'm just to make it easy. Now you're gonna make 40 cents.
Ooh, big baller.
Well, you know.
Yeah, it's a good strategy. Are you going to do that?
No.
Nah, probably not.
I don't have that kind of time, bro. That requires watching the game and having the live line on your computer at all times.
I mean, it's Sunday night. There's nothing else to watch as far as sports go. But there's nothing else to watch.
You know what there is to watch, and I'm going to watch it later. I didn't watch it. Today or right around this time is the 50th anniversary of Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. What they call quite possibly the fight of the century. That would be the last century because it was in 1971. I
should watch that sometime. I never watched the fight.
Oh, it's a fantastic fight.
Is it 15 rounds?
Yeah, it's 15 rounds of blood and guts.
I should watch that
Actually,
sometime.
there's no blood. But those guys just go at it. Absolutely. And quite frankly, I think they were both faking. Just kidding. No, it's a fantastic fight, and they had a special on it today.
Really?
Can't wait to watch that. It's gonna be, it's gonna be really cool.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, absolutely.
When are we doing the baseball preview? Baseball's coming up
before baseball season.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
Baseball season starts April 1st. That's not an April Fool's joke. That's legit. That's legit. April 1st. So my guess is we will do it in a couple of weeks. We'll do it the weekend before.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
The weekend before is the 28th.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
Dude,
I'm ready for some baseball.
I was thinking about this the other day. I really enjoy. I love watching football. And I love watching basketball.
Right.
I watch college basketball. I watch pro basketball. Same thing with football. I really enjoy tennis. I watch a shit ton of tennis because it's the only live sport on during the day when I'm at home working. I watch... If they put...
Wait. When he's working. There.
That's right.
Okay, keep going.
For those of you that are not watching, Alex used air quotes because he just discovered air quotes.
I think they're cool. I love when people like... it's like, hey...
I could just see you walking around the house. Hey, baby, what's for dinner? I'm a sports junkie, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch any. I was watching NASCAR earlier. I don't give a fuck. If they had a couple of cockroaches on a track, I would watch a race between two cockroaches. But to me, there is nothing better than baseball.
Yeah, I agree.
Nothing. I go, when I've told this story before, my dad used to cut me out of school to go to Yankee opening day. And Yankee Stadium, the way it was in the old days, I don't know how the new one is, but most stadiums are like this. You walk, I say most stadiums are like this, but Minute Maid is not where the Astros play. But in Yankee Stadium, you would walk along a concourse around the outside of in the stadium, but outside of the field and outside of the seating. And there were several concourses, 3 of them, right?
Right.
So if you were in the upper deck, you'd take the escalator up out in that concourse where you could not see the field. Mm-hmm. So when you went to your seat on any of those concourses, you walk through a tunnel. And it's a relatively long tunnel. And even now, as an adult, as I think about this, that moment when I walk through that tunnel, and all of a sudden you see all of the green of the field, is one of the best moments of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, of my life. I go watch high school baseball games, right? My son plays high school ball, and I go watch him, and they have stands, and they've got, first base side bleachers, behind the plate bleachers, and third base side. And they've got four steps to get to those bleachers. It's kind of a tunnel.
Right.
It's a very small, short tunnel. But I walk up those steps, and when I'm standing at the top of those steps and I see that field, it is the same feeling. I absolutely love it. There's nothing better than seeing a baseball field, especially when the game's about to start. Right?
Yeah.
When you first walk out there and the guys are warming up and stuff, man, there is nothing better.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It is an awesome feeling. Yeah, nothing like baseball.
I love it. That's the only good thing about this pandemic and working from home is I can bounce at 4 o'clock and go watch my kid play.
Yeah.
And I've been going to just about every one of his games.
Sweet.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck this pandemic bullshit. I'm gonna go watch me some baseball. So yeah, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks.
3 weeks, we're gonna do the baseball preview.
All right. Okay. Just in case.
Speaking of, we can talk a little baseball, even though the season hasn't started or whatever.
What's that?
Did you see Trevor Bauer pitching with one eye closed?
I've heard. I read about it.
That guy.
Did he get knocked out by a Mets fan or something? What happened? No. What happened to his eye? No. Did he get stung by a bee?
He purposely pitches. He pitched an entire inning with one eye, just to make himself uncomfortable. Bro, if you want to be uncomfortable, don't be a bitch. Close both eyes. Yeah. Keep them closed after you've released the pitch.
Right.
Keep them closed after the ball's been hit, and just whatever happens, you know.
Yeah, that guy's quickly turned into a bigger douchebag than he was. I'm super glad he's not on the Mets. I can't wait till we face that guy. If we get a chance to. He
is
props to him
he's
for
really good.
Props to him for his marketing and shit like that. But I think he's gotten to an elite level of cockiness. And I just don't see what's so great about him to begin with. But
he's good.
But yeah, so
he's good. I mean, he's really good. He's really good, and
define really good.
He's one of. He'd be an ace on more than half the staffs in the major leagues.
Anybody. We're talking about half the teams are not good in the major leagues. So
Well, that would make him he'd be a number one on 20 out of 30 major league teams.
Well, yeah.
If you said that, right,
so would Taiwan Walker.
If you said that and that was true, you're basically saying he's a top 15 pitcher.
Taiwan Walker would be probably on 10 teams also. He would be the ace. You know what I mean? So
is he a top 15 pitcher?
No, probably not. But I don't
know. He's really good. He's really good. I think he's just
misunderstood.
No. I think he's just doing it for the pub. I think he likes the attention and.
He's definitely got the attention now.
And so be it.
He definitely has the attention now.
Oh yeah, he had it in Cleveland, right? Then in Cincinnati, he seems to be ramping it up, right? It seems to be more and more attention, but.
Well, I think now he takes advantage of being on the World Series champions.
Oh
right?
Yeah. Well,
so when you're with the best team in the league, right, in the majors, you have a little bit more cushion room, But life comes at you quick sometimes, so be careful because not now teams are gunning for you. One specifically is really gunning for you, right?
And the funny thing is he did that against that team.
Right, yeah. So which I can't fucking wait. So as a Mets fan, I fucking hate Trevor Bauer, and I hope he goes fuck himself. And I just hope he's ready. I hope he's ready because it's gonna be so good.
From his pitching yesterday, he looks like he's ready.
Steph Curry won the 3-point championship. I cannot believe that. I can't believe that.
What were the odds for that?
Plus 170, I think. When I saw him.
That's it?
Yeah. 170, 190, something like that.
I would have thought he was even money.
Yeah.
Seriously, why would you pick anyone but Steph Curry unless you're rich?
That's why I went with Zach LaVine.
You got anything else you want to talk about today?
That's it, man. Let's wrap up this puppy.
Let's wrap it up. As always, folks, we appreciate you listening, watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, whatever else it is that you do with this podcast.
All that good stuff.
If you want to reach out to the show, you can email the show, positivesports10@gmail.com, positivesports10@gmail.com. If you want to get a hold of my brother Alex and ask him how he became so rich, how do they reach you, Alex?
You may not get an answer, though. At Brooklyn Gaucho 1 on Twitter.
You wouldn't share that knowledge of wealth?
I mean,
that's not cool.
I would have to give you little nuggets here and there, you know. I can't really give them everything.
You shithead. You should give them everything. That way they can be rich too.
Like I said, I can give you a couple, you know, but not the whole shebang.
I'll give you the whole shebang because I don't have it. And you can reach me on Twitter as well at eMontana21. We'll be back next week.
That's right.
Talking about sports or sports movies or sports music. Something to do with sports.
Well, basketball will be back, you know.
That's true. Well, no, will it?
I think it comes back like in the middle of the week.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll have a little something.
We'll
have a little something. Well, you know, there's going to be some player movement, so.
Yeah, well, you know.
There's a couple guys on the move here at the All-Star break, I hear.
Yes.
So, we'll see. Well, with that, we've come to the end of another wonderful episode of the Positive Sports Podcast, folks. As always, ignore the negativity. Be the positivity.
Peace.